Brothers are the guards. Barnes and Green are the four.
And for the bench, early on due to injury and just having a short rotation, they did change things up, though, as they went through.
Stolen by West up. High post. And Thompson's finished off the break.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good.
Now here's Westbrook. Offensive rebound. Here's Adams. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. That's on Andrew Bogut. The Thunder shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And the second free throw, good. About a minute played so far here in the first. Right side Curry. Green passes to Barnes. Stolen by Westbrook. Ibaka outside. Outside Westbrook. Lets it go from deep, and he gets it to go. Westbrook's got 5.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Here's Curry with the 3. The shot is off. 11 feet away. That's short off the rim.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force.
He's such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
Now here's Green. Here's Thompson, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Thompson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Here is Durant from outside the arc. Here's Adams. It's stolen by Bogut. Dishes it to Green. Here's Thompson, and Durant sends it back. Here's Roberson. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Roberson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on. And guys, you talk about players who have that killer instinct. Russell Westbrook is right at the top of that list.
And Green gets it to go.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Now here is Ibaka from deep. Shot is no good. Great D that time from Green. And you think, Greg, about Westbrook's killer instincts. You're alluding to that. It's very apparent at times. Players praise, and Clark, I think, fear him for just that characteristic alone.
Well, how about this, Kevin? Kobe Bryant said Westbrook has the same love for competition that he has. Whenever other guards are pulled, Westbrook is their worst matchup.
Enes Kanter's checked in for the Thunder. Dion Waiters comes in for Serge Ibaka. Here's Roberson. The second chance effort, and Durant finishes inside. Durant's got his first 2 points of the night. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Thunder.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnovers.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. And the Thunder with some changes. Kyle Singler comes in for Roberson. And it's Foy in for Russell Westbrook. Different look here for the Warriors. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Bogut. Spates comes in for Draymond Green. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Livingston dishes to Iguodala. Passes to Spates. There's the triple. And again, no good by Golden State.
Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins and also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. And for Kerr, so much was made of how much pressure he had to face to get the Warriors to improve. Inheriting that team from Mark Jackson, Greg, those are good points. He He passed that test, though, Clark, I think, with flying colors.
Well, first time that a rookie head coach has won a title since the NBA's inception. I think that says it all right there.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Anthony Morrow's checked in for Oklahoma City. Westbrook comes in for Randy Foye. Westbrook kicks to Durant. Singler outside. And Waiters has it in the corner. Back to Singler. 5 to shoot. Durant wide open. He fires. Nice form on the 20-footer.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Warriors trail by 8. Here is Livingston. 1:06 left here in the opening quarter. Azili gets the bucket.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Oklahoma City has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. The foul called on Festus Ezeli. That is his first foul of the game. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Maurice Spates. 56 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Feeds to Morrow. The steal. Knocks it loose. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. When you think about Sean Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken, Clark, 4th back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
So far on the glass, it hasn't even been close.
Yeah, they're taking it to him. It feels like they've gotten every loose ball.
Iguodala gets the bucket.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition. And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Livingston passes to Ezeli. To the inside, Iguodala scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
You know, that's ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing this. And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Tie game and some big points being put up on the board. Clark, as we wrap. And Kevin Durant, former MVP, still feels like he has room to grow.
I think it's another level I can go to. You know, always can be better.
Well, the will seems to be there, Greg, but Kevin Durant seems surrounded by uncertainty. Can he get back and stay healthy for the entire season? How does he work with his new coach? Where does he really want to be?
You know, the truth is, no one but Kevin knows the answers to those questions. And quite frankly, he may not know right now what those answers are. He's a very unique and introspective kind of guy, as we all saw when he accepted that MVP award a couple years ago. So let's just stay tuned on this one.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Warriors.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So the Thunder 5 right now. Inside, you've got Ibaka and Canner. Foyle is out there with Andre Robertson. And it's Waiters in at the 3. And Randy Foye gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Spates checked in for Golden State. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Curry attacking. Pass to Bogut. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And despite some of the injuries over the years, Andrew Bogut still one of the game's best shot blockers, averaging well over 2.5 a game in his career. And Greg, he protects the rim like few others can. A rugged play.
And last season, almost 3 block shots per game. And with all the offensive firepower around him, I think it really allows him to play to his strengths. That's why having a great team is about pieces of the puzzle fitting. He's a terrific piece for this group. Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Outside for Curry. Lets it go from the wing. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Curry's got his first points of the game. Thunder trailing by 7.
And getting back to Bogut, people forget he's a pretty good athlete. The reason he was drafted #1 overall way back when was because of his insane combination of size and movement skills. That's why he remains one of the excellent shot blockers in the league today.
Golden State moving it around. No good from Spates. The Thunder have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Took him no time at all on that run. And now just a 2-point Warrior lead.
And when you talk about Bogut, I think the Warriors' incredible regular season inspired him. He didn't have to be the star. He just had to anchor that D. Sometimes when you give a guy a specific task to be the best at, that's when he delivers the most.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. And Golden State also making a change. Clark, he's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And Andre Robertson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
There's Foy with the 3. Thompson with the rebound. Warriors leading by 5. Here's Bogut, and that one is hammered home.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. A different look for Oklahoma City. Durant's checked in for Waiters, and Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Roberson. And the Warriors also making a change. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Steph Curry. Livingston dishes to Bogut. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, you know, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season, and some nights the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
Westbrook, no good. Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Thompson. Kicks it to Clark. He feeds it to Livingston. Stolen by Westbrook. From about 19 feet, Durant with another miss. Warriors leading by 7. Livingston kicks to Clark. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing.
With amazing aerial skills.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Singler comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Anthony Morrow subbed in for Randy Foy. Different look here for the Warriors. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Maurice Spates. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Barbosa in for Ian Clark. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for Sean Livingston.
And Kyle Singler, basically a three-point marksman. He really lost minutes after the trade to the Thunder last season, a second-round pick by Detroit a few years back. He's always averaged over 20 minutes a game, but with the Thunder, he was kind of banished to the end of the bench, and his play reflected that.
It's Durant with the drive. Tries it from the top of the key. Another shot, and it's Adams getting it to go.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Green kicks to Ezeli. This one for three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And talking about Kyle Singler last season, Greg, good point you made. You would have thought the trade to the Thunder would have given him more minutes. You know, Clark, they were looking for floor stretching options with Kevin Durant out.
Yeah, but so late in the season, he needed to learn all the schemes, get integrated with all the other players. Those are just a few reasons why he was rarely given the chance to make an impact.
But they recover it. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. That's good. Morrow's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
You look for why they keep giving up buckets here. And their boxing out or lack of boxing out is really what's hurting.
Yeah, and having a team score on you like this is deflating. But that's what happens when you don't get bodies on people.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Cantor's checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Barnes is checked in. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
You know, they've done a lot of things right in this game, but one thing they have to improve on is their ball security.
Yeah, better to be lucky than good because they've got the lead despite the miscues right now. If they clean those up, you have to like their chances.
The Warriors have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here. Tries from 16. Singler with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
Yeah, anything can happen. I mean, they want to get the call right, and the league is taking steps to speed the process with the Replay Review Center in Secaucus queuing up the footage for the officials.
Well, the ruling is in, and the call stands. No baskets, so no change, Clark, and the scoreboard as we end the quarter.
Smart decision.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Warriors lead by 1. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. Nothing seemed to give. And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Oklahoma City trailing. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. And it's Barnes in at the 3, the small forward. Outside Curry. Plays it up and banks it in. Curry's got 7 points in the game.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
Durant just inside the line. Green with the rebound.
How about him there, just bodying him up to make him alter the trajectory on that shot?
Definitely some very sound defense played on that trip.
And here now the Thunder. 6-point game.
It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever, but also of note was it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. That misses off the backboard. The Thunder have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Tries to keep it alive. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka.
Timeout.
Timeout called the Warriors.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
And Curry, here we go. And Thompson kicks to Bogut. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And it's 8 points for Andrew Bogut. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And Adams kicks to Roberson. Shot clock at 6. It's Durant on the wing. They need this. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. And guys, last season, Klay Thompson made his first All-Star trip overall. Clark, his game took a huge leap forward.
Hey, I agree with you, Kevin. And a big reason for that, I think, was his spot on Team USA. Playing the way he did and with that group really lifted his confidence.
An excellent point.
And Thompson last season set the record for most points ever in a quarter with 37. Made all 13 shots and 2 free throws and finished the game with 52 points.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Dion Waiters comes in for Andre Robertson. And it's Foy in for Russell Westbrook. Spates with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
And Thompson making all 9 of his three-pointers in that game. I mean, that was also a record, the most three-pointers in a quarter. I think that performance sealed his place among the All-Star reserves.
And stolen by Spates. To the middle. Livingston passes to Clark. There's Green with the 3. Green missing again. Thunder trailing by 8. And here we go with Adams running it up the court. That's good. Adams has got his second bucket tonight. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Livingston kicks to Green. There's the triple. They grab their own miss. No good from Spates.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Durant for 3. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Not really able to score the basketball.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Ennis Cantor's checked in for Oklahoma City. Morrow comes in for Kevin Durant. Different look here for the Warriors. Azili's checked in for Spates. Rush, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Barbosa in for Ian Clark.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
When you look at the roster of the Thunder from last year, Clark, they knew how to build from within.
Well, last season's roster, everybody but one player was either drafted or acquired via trade. That's a rare combo in the NBA.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And guys, for the Thunder, listen, they're not a big market team. They've had to make sacrifices with money to stay competitive. They do a terrific job with the limitations that small market presents.
Ibaka outside. Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point range, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. They've led by as many as 11 points.
And, you know, as we've seen, success in the NBA can come in a lot of different packages. I mean, it can't happen without the big free agent signing or spending. It helps to draft a guy like Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, for that matter.
There's 1:17 left in the third quarter. Over to the wing. Releases from 15. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Kept alive. There's the dish to Foy. He kicks to Cantor. To the paint. Ibaka, the pass to Waiters. Second chance shot. Leandro Barbosa with the rebound.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
The Thunder shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. That free throw good for Morrow.
And really, last season, the Thunder came into the year as a popular pick to win the West. Of course, we know what happened in terms of injuries, and they ended up having them on the outside looking in terms of the postseason.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Kyle Singler, he's checked in for Waiters. Andre Robertson comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Randy Foy. And the Thunder making a switch here. Adams checked in. And here's Westbrook from the arc. The shot is off. Curry with the defensive effort. For the Thunder, their play against the rest of the West wasn't a huge problem as to why they missed the playoffs. And Clark, you know, they went 25 and 27 against the rest of the West.
Well, at first glance, that doesn't look too bad, but only 7 wins in those 29 games against the Western Conference playoff teams. With the talent the Thunder have, you still think of them as favorites in the West, at least one of the favorites in the West.
And the road back into this game wasn't a short one, but they've managed to make it all the way back and tie this thing up.
And, Greg, I've got to admit to you, I mean, I did not think they were going to get all the way back. I thought they were done. But they've shown some serious resilience and character to battle this far back.
It's a tie game in Oklahoma City. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Here's Curry. Durant is out there with Adams. Then there's Robertson. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Singler in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Count the bucket. Westbrook's got the game tied up here for the Thunder.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will to date.
Yeah, the defense struggling to take that away from them.
And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Stolen by Thompson. Now the feed to Barnes. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. They get Russell Westbrook.
And some of Harrison Barnes' teammates have referred to him as the senator because of the way he carries himself. And, you know, a very level-headed, dignified young man, and just he has an air about him.
Dion Waiters checked in for the Thunder. Durant with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Stolen by Thompson. And now Barnes running the floor all by himself.
Went to the windmill dunk to turn this place on its ear. I love it.
Yeah, this crowd is stunned.
And that's as electric a finish as you're going to see.
Outside Westbrook. From deep. Green with the rebound. Green's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Thompson. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. And now an 8-point Warrior lead.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
And it's Westbrook again missing. And here's Golden State. They're on an 11-3 run. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. The #1 overall pick in 2005, Andrew Bogut. Great expectations, Greg, for the big RC coming in.
Yeah. I mean, a phenomenal rebounder and rim protector. He's got that high basketball IQ from a defensive standpoint. You know, and on offense, he averaged over 20 points a game in college. He's an instinctive passer, just not much more you could ask for.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle. He hasn't been happy with their shot selection. He told them, we're forcing things out there, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, work for the open shot in the flow of our offense. We'll see if they heed that advice, Kevin.
It's stolen by Ibaka. Durant just inside the line. No good off the front iron.
You know, going back to Bogut's fanfare entering the league, was third in Rookie of the Year balloting. Then he went on to have some solid, if unspectacular, years, though his shot blocking and defense were always strong.
Westbrook kicks to Ibaka. Just 5 to shoot. Shot to end this cold run, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And guys, one thing people often forget to mention about Bogut, his passing. What sets him apart as a big man is his court vision. And whether it's from the high post, low post, he can create opportunities for his teammates. Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Durant for 3. That's good.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on a roll and knock him down.
To the right side. Back to Curry. It's stolen by Ibaka. Here's the break. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Ibaka's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Thunder.
And look, rightfully disappointed with how they've played here over the course of this run.
Yeah, you know, they haven't looked good at all here lately. Something has to change for him, and we'll see what he's got coming out of the timeout.
The Warriors making a switch here. Iguodala's checked in. Outside, Green. The pass to Bogut. Great D that time from Durant. Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the 4th. Inside, it's deflected. It's stolen by Green. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Waiters got rebound number 5 here tonight. Iguodala against Ibaka. Durant for 3. And Ibaka slams it in.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, he does not waste one of them.
And you know what? It's always going to be a powerhouse finish with him. We know that for sure.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Dion Waiters. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Warriors?
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition. Check out the game for Durant. 13 points, and his 2 blocks have given them a lift defensively.
No doubt about it. He's been a rim protector, and it's starting to get into the heads of their opponent.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that trims the lead to 6.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Baseline J on the way. Green, no luck. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's Roberson. He's covered by Iguodala. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Ibaka. Oklahoma City gets it back.
Nice hustle to get them a second look.
For 3, Westbrook. The Thunder with another miss.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
The drive by Green. Here's Bogut. And an intentional foul right there.
Andre Roberson. That's his second personal foul. 3rd team foul.
And so it's Golden State with it. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Serge Ibaka. That's his first personal foul. 4th team foul.
And he misses the first. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. 34 seconds left in the fourth. Ibaka against Green with the fadeaway. And it's Ibaka again missing.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
Westbrook against Curry. Westbrook kicks to Ibaka. Takes the 3. Robertson can't hit. Iguodala. So we see the Warriors get the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Congratulations on this win tonight, Stephen, and tell us a little bit about
the 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson is everything you want in a swingman. Long and athletic, a staunch defender, and a terrific passer. But let's not forget what makes him truly special, that silky smooth jump shot. Thompson is pure, fellas, and he can light it up.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA.